Support printing Qur'ans for non-Muslims. Just £1 per copy. Contribute now for endless rewards. Link in the description. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. It has come to the end of the day, and today you probably have seen this image circulating all over Instagram. It was an image that was shared 40 million times in 24 hours. Now the image was AI generated, some say to evade the censors of Meta, and you had actors like Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad that uploaded it. You had many footballers, as you guys can see on the screen. You had some Indian celebrities as well, despite some of them having to take it down because of, well, threats against their families and their kids. But you did have some like Kareena Kapoor, Priyanka Chopra, Sonam Kapoor, and you had British singer Dua Lipa and Ariana Grande, and of course you had actors like Jenna Ortega, who has been quite vocal. You might be thinking, celebrities, like what is their point? Now, while I understand that in the macro scale a lot of them have been quiet, and them now speaking out when things have really gotten out of hand is quite frustrating for a lot of people. But one cannot say that they are completely useless, because one such example is there was some money being raised for the Palestine Children Relief Fund, and as you can see it had raised 176,000. When Ariana Grande, a famous singer, picked it up and reposted it, encouraged other people to download, boom, very quickly it went up and crossed the $1 million mark. Some people naturally will just be sharing it just for the sake of sharing it, and it did have a virality about it. Yeah, and what made it so viral? Like I said, because it was AI generated, it went under the radar of the automatic censorship of Palestinian content. Number two, it also avoided a different type of censor, which is a censor of graphic violence and violence in general, probably. So that was number two. Number three was that it was added to the Instagram add yours feature, so people could literally repost it very quickly. And another reason could be that this image is very PG, very cartoony, very palatable for people. So because if they posted what's actually going on, naturally that's not everyone's cup of tea. They wouldn't want to upset their sponsors or, you know, the people that are backing them, whatever. So this is an image that gets the message across, but also doesn't upset certain people. When it comes to this issue, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how politically correct you are. Doesn't matter how honest you are, how objective you are. You are gonna pee off the other side, and that's the reality of the situation that we're in. If you stay silent, you are complicit in the mass violence that's going on. If you speak out, then you're going to be shadow banned, cancelled, abused by people. So why not go for the latter and be on the right side of history? It's literally as simple as that. And the main reason for posting this and the reasoning behind the post, all eyes on Rafah. What is Rafah? I'll tell you very simply. Israel was bombing the north. So you take Gaza, it was bombing the north. It told people go to the south. That's a safe zone. So as they were coming down, naturally they were bombed as they were coming down because it's Israel. And as they came down, they then had tents. They settled down with their families. Oh, would you look at that? There are some bad guys there as well. So they started bombing the south. Yeah. And that place is called Rafah, to such a degree that 45 people were killed in Al-Mawasi tent camp. That's what happened on the 27th of May. A day later, 21 people were killed in, again, a tent camp near Rafah. So this was on the 28th of May. You heard correctly, tent camp. Yeah, there were tents there. And the second number that I said, 21 killed, 15 of them were women. But again, the women's rights organizations are going to be stern with this, the human rights organization. But now some are beginning to speak out, but many people are just exhausted. They're tired. And they're frustrated that you've got such a PG version that doesn't represent the true events that are taking place over there. Whilst on the other side, you have at least a small victory for people that were really losing hope. And they're saying that at least all of our campaigning and shouting at the top of our lungs and making dua and prostrating has materialized in some form or another. And what's interesting is that even people that are or were on the fence, like Piers Morgan, even he's had to say, you know what, this is ridiculous. Because objectively, a couple of days before, the ICJ International Court of Justice said clearly for them to stop what they're doing in Rafah. So now they can't give that excuse that, oh, it's just the bad guys saying this sort of stuff. You've got objective people and organizations. I mean, how long are you going to continue with this lie and even support these people that are lying and committing such abhorrent acts? I'll leave that to you guys. Let's leave it there. Until next time, all eyes on Rafah.